Hello, family. This is your Monday edition of Weather Where You Are. I am Ella Dorsey. How y'all doing? Lots to talk about today. It's kind of gross outside. It's been kind of gross outside. We're looking at rounds of rain and storms. The rain today not going to be too bad, but the rain tomorrow is looking a lot heavier. And then the bottom falls out. After this rain moves out, it gets really cold and windy. So first alert weather days today, tomorrow for rain, tomorrow for storms, heavy rain, Wednesday for windy and cold conditions. So a lot to talk about with you guys in the coming days. Last week was frigid. It's not going to be that cold this week. We're not looking at low 20s in the morning. That's the one piece of good news. Here's the rain we've gotten so far today. Focus this morning was North Georgia. Essentially, areas south of I-20 saw very little rain, tenth of an inch at best. But north of the city, Rome, Canton, Ellijay got upwards of an inch of rain. The focus area is going to flip. So this afternoon, it will be south of I-20 that sees the heaviest rainfall. And it's not going to be heavy. It's just going to be scattered showers. But it will be widespread in areas that really essentially haven't seen much rain so far today. It's not going to be a washout by any means, but we're just looking at scattered on and off showers pretty much through the day today. High temperatures going to be a lot warmer down in LaGrange and Thomaston, mid to upper 60s. Meanwhile, a little bit of a wedge of cool air in place. So Athens, Gainesville, Helen will stay in the 50s today, low 60s for Metro. Not going to see any severe weather today. Here is the latest run of the graph model, which is usually pretty accurate. So you can see 5 p.m. today. If you live south of I-20, you're going to be getting in on some of those pockets of heavier rain for the evening commute. A few of those showers may continue until around 10 p.m. Overnight tonight, it does not look too bad. In fact, we may see some scattered showers. You're probably going to wake up and the ground's going to be wet. But stepping out the door tomorrow, may see some fog. It's not going to be a washout. But after the time you get to work tomorrow, that heavy rain is going to arrive quickly. It looks widespread and very heavy between about noon and 6 p.m. And you can see that rain kind of starts to make its way to the east. So by 5 p.m., still really heavy rain falling in metro Atlanta. And we can't rule out a few storms tomorrow as well before we see better conditions in terms of drier conditions on Wednesday. So tomorrow or tonight, only about a 30% chance of showers, and it's going to stay really mild. Overnight lows will be in the upper 50s. Tomorrow, heavy rain and storms in the afternoon and evening. Now, we get a little bit of a secondary severe weather season in the winter. You guys know March, April is usually our biggest severe weather season, but we can see strong storms at times in the winter. We're going to be issuing our official winter forecast. Our weather team is working on that this week, which will air sometime soon. And Rodney is focusing on kind of that second severe weather season that we see pretty often in the winter months. So it's not abnormal for us to get storms in December. I was just looking at everything. I don't think that there's a very high risk of severe weather at all with this system that's going to come through tomorrow. But the Storm Prediction Center does have Griffin, Southern Fayette County, Southern Coweta County, including Noonan, LaGrange, Thomaston, Pike, Lamar counties under a level 1 out of 5 risk for severe weather. What does that mean? There's a very low end risk for a few strong storms. Can't rule out a spin up tornado. I don't think we're going to see tornadoes, okay? So a low risk for high winds. Basically, the main risks are for heavy rain and flash flooding, but we can't rule out just that very small chance of an isolated storm tomorrow. Rain is going to be the heaviest south of the city. That will be the focus area, and that's where we could see flash flooding east of the city as well. You could see Eatonton, Lake Oconee, bullseye for the most rain, up to 3 inches of rain between now and Wednesday morning. And the heaviest of the rain by far will be Tuesday evening through Wednesday morning. So this is at least 24 hours out until we see that heavy rain, and that flash flood threat will increase through the day tomorrow. Atlanta to the north, maybe only going to get half of an inch to 3/4 of an inch of rain, but the further south you go, the higher those rainfall totals. So again, I don't think that flooding is a high threat, but it is a possibility on Tuesday night, okay? Wednesday morning early before sunrise, we're going to get really heavy rain, and then that rain essentially moves out very quickly after sunrise, and it gets cold. Temperatures will drop from the upper 50s at midnight into the 40s by Wednesday afternoon, which isn't, I mean, like we've seen multiple days where it's been that cold, right? But the wind is going to be howling. Guys, you need to think about your Christmas decorations. If you have some cute snowman, floating around in the yard, if you have some cute little Christmas decorations in the yard and they are not secure, they're going to blow down the street on Wednesday. We're talking gusts upwards of 40 miles per hour. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get issued under a wind advisory on Wednesday. And again, that is really going to add to the chill factor. You guys know that wind it can bite in the winter. So that's the reason Wednesday's a first alert weather day. It's going to be a lot colder, about 16 degrees colder Wednesday afternoon. And then it's going to stay that chilly, even though the wind dies down, thank goodness. We're looking at highs only near 50 Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and even Sunday. So that cold will return and it will be here to stay for the foreseeable future. Last week we had, I think, 3 mornings in the low to mid 20s. It was insane how cold it was. We're not going to see that type of cold this week. It'll be chilly in the afternoons. We're not going to see those frigid mornings, but Thursday and Friday mornings, pretty high risk for freezing temperatures, okay? So we are going to get a couple more sub-freezing mornings towards the end of the week. So this is the way it is looking for you guys. 60s while the rain is with us. As soon as the rain moves out, those temperatures plummet on Wednesday. It will be windy and cold. And it will stay cold as we head into the weekend. Now, I'm sure you're looking at this upcoming weekend saying, I see rain chances Saturday and Sunday. There's a 20% chance of rain Saturday, 30 on Sunday. I do think we may see a quick moving system overnight Saturday into Sunday, which could bring us some rain. We're going to be watching it closely because the timing this far out usually changes, but if it stays at its normal timing, it will mostly move through this rain while we are asleep. So that's the reason the rain chances are low. 20% would be late on Saturday and then 30% early on Sunday. But I do think that probably will change, and it could mean that rain would be earlier in the evening on Saturday. So we'll be watching that very closely for you. Definitely not widespread enough to issue a first alert weather day at this point. Okay, what is today's date? The 9th. So we are 2 weeks out from Christmas. Okay, a little bit longer. 15 days. Why can I not do math? 16 days, Jesus. 16 days out from Christmas. Still a little bit too far to give you guys a forecast. I will probably, after we get through these first alert weather days, start looking ahead to Christmas. Will it be warmer than average? Don't expect an actual forecast, but will it be warmer than average, cooler than average around Christmas week? Will it be wetter than average, drier than average? I will start talking about that a little bit later on in the week this week, okay? All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay dry. I can't stop yawning because it's just so dark outside. It's like a day you just want to cuddle up. You know what I mean? Eat some soup. At least we get lots of sunshine towards the end of the week, right? It could always be worse. Winter here in Georgia truly is not that bad. I know the big question, are we going to see snow? We will answer that in our winter forecast as well. I was doing a lot of digging on that this morning, so stay tuned for answers on that. Hope you guys have a great day.